Thank you so much, Andrew. We so appreciate you, and of course, everybody back at the corporation for all that you do for all of us. It's such an amazing partnership. And Happy New Year, everyone. We are Terry and Jen Brown. We're so excited about this brand new year because it comes with so many brand new opportunities, including the new bronze incentives. So once again, Amway has made things even better for all of us, and we know many of you are working so diligently to add customers and add business owners to your team, and now you can get rewarded huge for your efforts.
Yes, we are pumped, and we are encouraging our teams, especially our new business owners, to set the goal and to believe they can achieve it. Then, come on, get consistent and persistent. Get into a work habit of treating this like you own the most amazing business in the world. And treat it that way every day. Take the most out of each opportunity to grow your business. You can have high conviction and high belief because we are backed by the best company in the world. And now this business is even more profitable than ever. Bronze incentives are such great stepping stones to higher rewards and profitability. Now let's learn more from Jake Terry about how building for bronze helps to fuel a strong, sustainable, and profitable business.
Thanks, Terry and Jenny. We are really excited about the new bronze incentives. This is one of the biggest earning opportunities we've ever introduced for new and building IBOs. Bronze incentives replace the Fast Track incentive program for more meaningful rewards and earlier recognition. Both the Bronze Foundation and Bronze Builder incentives reward consistent performance and volume and encourage strong business practices that lead to sustainability. So, you build a profitable, sustainable business, you get rewarded along the way. Now let's dig into the first bronze incentive, Bronze Foundation.
Unlock your earning potential as an independent business owner through the Core Plan and Core Plus discretionary incentive program. This video will focus on the Bronze Foundation incentive, which is a discretionary incentive that rewards you as you continue to build your business by selling to customers and helping downline IBOs do the same. To be eligible for this incentive, you need to have been at or below 12% on the performance bonus schedule in the previous performance year, and have not yet earned a Bronze Foundation incentive in the past, or still be within the 18-month Bronze Foundation period. To better understand how you can earn the Bronze Foundation incentive early on your Amway business journey, let's look at an example. Meet Ashley. She has been building her business by selling products to customers and sponsoring other IBOs who are doing the same. To earn this monthly incentive, Ashley will need to be at or above 9% on the performance bonus schedule in the month she qualifies, and have 3 personally sponsored, new or existing IBOs reach at least 3%. She can earn this up to 12 times within a consecutive 18-month window. Ashley's eligibility period starts the first month she earns a Bronze Foundation incentive. In January, Ashley achieved 9% on the performance bonus schedule and had 3 frontline IBOs each at 3%. She also generated 150 personal PV, with at least 60% of that PV coming from verified customer sales, or VCS. Ashley has met all the requirements to qualify for the Bronze Foundation incentive for the month, which starts her 18-month window. Let's look at how Ashley can optimize her income through the Bronze Foundation incentive. In her first qualifying month, Ashley's performance bonus was $189. To calculate her Bronze Foundation incentive for the month, Ashley multiplies her performance bonus by 30%. $189 times 30% multiplier equals $56.70 Bronze Foundation incentive. Looking closer, we see that for this month, Ashley has earned a performance bonus of $189, a retail margin of $75, a customer sales incentive of $6.75, and the additional Bronze Foundation incentive of $56.70. This gives her a total of $327.45 for the month. Let's summarize what Ashley did to earn the Bronze Foundation incentive. Achieved 9% performance bonus or higher. had at least 3 personally sponsored legs, each achieving a minimum 3% performance bonus. Met monthly baseline requirements. These are the exact same actions that you'll need to take to earn the incentive too. As you increase your monthly performance bonus, you can earn more through the Bronze Foundation incentive and be on your way to earning the Bronze Builder incentive. This incentive may overlap with the Bronze Builder incentive and/or qualification months. Keep selling to customers and building your team to unlock the potential of the Core Plan and the Core Plus discretionary incentive program.
As you can see, the Bronze Foundation incentive is a great goal as you start building a strong, balanced business. If you need a refresher, you can watch or share that video anytime. Find it on the Get Growing page on the Amway website. You'll also find a detailed video for the Bronze Builder incentive at that same spot, or you can find courses on either incentive from Amway Education. To go for the Bronze incentive, achieve 18% performance bonus level or higher, and sponsor at least 3 legs, each achieving at least 6% performance bonus level. When you do, you'll earn 40% multiplier on your monthly performance bonus. Plus, for the first time you earn Bronze Builder, you receive a new Bronze Pin. It's recognition before Silver Producer that sets you on the path to higher levels. Now, before we move on, I want to share the top 5 things to know about Bronze. First, they aren't just for new IBOs. Any IBO who meets discretionary growth incentive baseline requirements and Bronze incentive criteria is eligible to earn. Meeting baseline requirements means you are generating 150 personal PV or more, and at least 60% of your personal PV qualifies as verified customer sales. Second, each Bronze incentive can be earned 12 times in an 18 consecutive month time frame, no matter what level an IBO reaches during that time frame. So even if you grow to Silver Producer while you're in that Bronze incentive time frame, you'll still earn the incentive payment. That's up to 24 rewards. Third, Bronze Foundation and Bronze Builder incentives can be earned at the same time when an IBO meets criteria for both in the same month. Earning both means a total 70% multiplier. Fourth, once an IBO earns a Bronze incentive and opens the eligibility timeframe, there is no limit to monthly incentive earnings. Since Bronze incentives are calculated as multipliers on monthly Core Plan income, when Core Plan grows, Bronze incentives do too. And finally, the same legs can be used to qualify for both Bronze incentives, and the minimum 3 legs qualified at 3% or 6% performance bonus level don't have to be new. The legs could exist before the launch of Bronze incentives and still count towards the IBO's eligibility. Now, I know I covered a lot, but that's because there's a lot to love about Bronze. I have one last insight I'd like to share. We've learned a few things from other markets that have already launched Bronze. The one that stands out the most is be ready and be consistent. Be ready meaning don't stretch to start your Bronze 18-month window. There are quite a few IBOs that stretched to start their window but weren't ready to maintain their business at that level, which resulted in them not earning all the Bronze monthly incentives. And be consistent, meaning once you start your Bronze incentive, earn all 12 incentives from each of the Bronze programs. There is a strong correlation between earning all 12 Bronze Builder incentives and qualifying at 25%. Of the IBOs that earned all 12 Bronze Builder incentives, 77% went on to qualify at 25%. So be ready and be consistent. Your upline will be an awesome resource to help you learn and earn Bronze. Plus, there are tons of great resources available online. Check out the Get Growing page on the Amway website and Amway Education courses for more. Now that we've covered big rewards generating repeat sales, let's hear from Ganesh Shenoy about exciting products that will keep customers coming back.
Performance year 2023 is off to a superb start. Nutrilite restage. But with a new look and feel, it's time for our customers and the world to see the goodness of Nutrilite. Artistry. HA3 daily serum along with vitamin C. 3 times the benefit of vitamin C. It's like perfecting beauty along with perfecting science combined together in one product. Excess never ceases to amaze us. Excess celebrating 20th year in business with the birthday cake flavor protein bar. Not only that, Excess adding watermelon lemonade for American IBOs and maple lemonade for our Canadian friends in the Excess energy drink portfolio. Not only that, Excess adding strawberry flavor, one of the iconic flavors in the protein pods. It's like IBOS said and Amway delivered. We are excited to see what's coming up this year. Lindsay, Marissa, Steve, tell us more.
Hi everyone, it's great to be here. I'm Lindsay Tagg and I lead nutrition.
Hey everyone, I'm Marissa Grossnickel and I lead beauty.
And I'm Steve Cherry and I lead Excess. We're going to talk about some amazing things ahead for your business and your customers. Amway has been doubling down on what we do best, delivering solutions that help people live better, healthier lives, so your business can stay ahead and stay competitive. We want you to have what you need to win those verified customer sales.
Now, before we get into what's new and coming next, first we want to mention something we know is on a lot of minds right now, product availability. We've all heard and experienced it. Supply chain challenges are hitting businesses everywhere. Amway is no exception, and it's likely we will face some inventory issues here and there. But please know we are doing everything we can to minimize shortages and keep new and favorite products stocked. All right, let's get on to the good stuff.
And I get to start with nutrition because I've got something big to share. At the end of this year, Nutrilite is getting a major refresh and restage. I'm talking a new logo and tagline and an updated brand story that makes it so clear to you and your customers why Nutrilite is #1 in the world and why we are the best. We have a lot to be proud of. Nutrilite is the only global brand to grow, harvest, and process plants on our very own certified organic farms. That's why the Nutrilite brand can deliver on customers' needs like no one else. From our farms to your family, a bigger, brighter world of nutrition. We're also going to see all new packaging graphics that are more modern and show off the rich, fresh plant nutrients inside. Did you know that 70% of customers said they preferred these graphics over what we have today? And don't worry, the packaging may be changing, but the products that you love inside are not. Plus, we're super excited because the next innovation in Nutrilite Organics is almost here. Men's and women's daily multi-gummies are coming soon. Customers can pick their format they want from their daily multivitamin, with the option to go fully USDA organic too. The restage, these new products, they all lean in to help you with needs-based selling. That means quickly connecting customers with the right products that can meet their needs. Let me give you an example of needs-based selling, because we're going to talk a lot about this. Imagine having a conversation with a friend or a family member, and they mention they're having trouble sleeping. We all can relate to that. That's your opportunity to offer some wellness tips and facts around the importance of supporting sleep. Like, did you know that inadequate sleep can have a wide range of impacts on mood, immune system, and much more? And it's always a good idea to try and shut down those digital devices. I know this can be very hard, to limit blue light sleep impacts. And of course, you must tell them about our amazing Sweet Dreams Sleep Gummies from N by Nutrilite. You listen for the need, and you offer wellness facts, tips, and a product solution.
And we're doing the same thing in beauty, helping customers meet their healthy beauty needs with no compromises. And we're making it happen through a beautiful partnership. The Artistry and Nutrilite brands have combined their expertise creating skincare that helps deliver complete nourishment, restoration, and healthy-looking skin. Extracts from Nutrilite plants are at the heart of Artistry formulas. It's pretty amazing that your business and your customers have access to the only beauty brand backed by the #1 selling brand of plant-based vitamins and dietary supplements. The whole Artistry Skin Nutrition collection is like supplements for your skin, powered by amazing Nutrilite botanicals. And the most recent addition is the Vitamin C plus HA3 Daily Serum. Our best-selling skin serum got even better with 2 times the vitamin C, 3 types of hyaluronic acid, and Nutrilite white chia seed, all working together to hydrate, brighten, and plump the skin. It's a major must-have. Looking ahead, we have a lot to be excited about in October. Artistry Studio I Look Energized Rollerball immediately brightens, cools, and reduces the look of fine, dry lines. And it's perfect to toss in a bag for a pick-me-up anytime. And my main squeeze moisturizer is a lightweight gel cream that creates a smooth, hydrated canvas for makeup. Customers will get a burst of hydration from a blend of tropical fruit extracts to help fight the daily effects of stress, fatigue, and pollution that can leave skin looking dry and dull. And I can't believe it's already time to talk about this, but mark your calendars because we're getting ready to make your holiday shopping super simple. You can treat yourself and others with these giftable holiday beauty promos. So, starting in October, give the gift of multi-masking with 10% off 3 or more Artistry Signature Select masks. And if you want to get the most out of your skin serums, you've got to give a Gua Sha Stone a try. You can get one for just $10 when you purchase an Artistry Studio Glow Teeny Cocktail Booster, Glow Maker, and Hydrator, or the Artistry Studio Zen Days Ahead Facial Oil with 300 milligrams of CBD. But before I hand it over to Steve, I want to mention one more thing. We recently launched our Go Vibrant lipstick, and we had an overwhelming response. We knew there would be a lot of excitement, and we planned for it. But between incredible demand and supply chain delays, several of our shades are temporarily unavailable. Please know we are actively working with our suppliers to speed up product availability as much as possible. At this time, we're estimating shades will be back in stock later this year. We know this is disappointing news for you and for your customers, and we are so disappointed too. We're working as closely as we can with our manufacturer to keep this moving. Thank you so much for your patience while we work through this. We'll continue to keep you in the loop on availability in the coming weeks. All right, Steve, what's going on with Excess?
We are celebrating all year long because Excess is turning 20. Excess has officially been fueling adventures and breaking barriers since 2002, and we're commemorating this milestone with some fun new flavors for customer favorite products. First up is Excess Watermelon Lemonade Energy Drink. It is a limited edition 20th anniversary can design, and you'll taste a delicious blast of watermelon flavor with a refreshing lemonade finish. Plus, all that famous Excess positive energy from caffeine, natural herbs, and a megadose of B vitamins. This is a US only flavor, but Amway Canada got a jump start on the celebration earlier this year with a maple lemonade flavor for the Amway Canada 60th anniversary. The celebration continues with our 3rd flavor of Excess protein pods. Strawberry joins the lineup next to chocolate and vanilla. Over 90% of protein powder sales come from these 3 flavors, and now your business has access to all of them. Customers can drop, shake, and fuel with 20 grams of whey protein isolate and 4.4 grams of BCAAs in a fast-dissolving food-grade film. Strawberry is another US exclusive for now, but meanwhile, vanilla and chocolate flavors of protein pods will launch in Canada later this year. Last up, it would not be much of a birthday party without some cake. Our new birthday cake Excess protein bar is sweetened with stevia and monk fruit, giving it less sugar and calories than any other Excess bar flavor. Plus, birthday cake is the #1 trending flavor in sports nutrition bars.
That's great, Steve. Those are just some of the highlights. There's even more on the way this year, so keep an eye out. Now, let's talk about how you can introduce your customers and people you know to these amazing solutions. This is where that needs-based selling that I mentioned comes in, and we have all the tools to help get you started, like the Wellness Recommender. It's a great example. Here's how it works. A customer goes step by step through a simple tool that zeroes in on their exact wellness need and shows them the best products, plus health tips and food suggestions to meet their individual wellness needs holistically. The Artistry Virtual Beauty app is another great example. Customers can analyze their skin health and top concerns to find a personalized skincare regimen. Plus, Smart Facial Detection lets users try out makeup shades in real time or on a selfie photo. It's all about identifying your customer's need and providing wellness facts and tips. These are the first steps to successful selling. You're going to see more and more of this approach on the Amway website and on other assets like our catalog, because we know this works. You might be already thinking about people who you know who need solutions just like these. Be sure to give them a heads up. We hope you're as excited as we are about the products coming to power your business. Plus, you've got the resources and rewards to help you score sales and earn even more. It's all working together to help you keep going and growing. Now, let's hear from one of our top IBO leaders, Jody Victor, on how he is getting ready to grow for more.
I'm very excited for this new performance year. The Bronze Foundation and the Bronze Builder incentives, as well as the new product launches, have our future looking bright. To help us all get inspired and motivated to make the most of this performance year, we've got a special guest. You've seen him on ABC's 5-time Emmy Award-winning television series, Shark Tank. He's a presidential ambassador for global entrepreneurship appointed by the Obama administration and known around the world as the People's Shark. He's a New York best-selling author who has written 5 hit books, including his latest release in 2020, Power Shift: How to Transform Any Situation, Close Any Deal, and Achieve Any Outcome. He's the founder and CEO of FUBU, a global fashion brand which has amassed $6 billion in retail sales to date. Real Leaders magazine has named him one of the top 50 speakers in the world. But rather than just hear about him, let's check out this video.
I've been an entrepreneur since the day I was born.
Without further ado, here he is, the People's Shark, Daymond John.
Daymond John, the founder and CEO of Forest Bias, FUBU, and a panelist on Shark Tank, and the author of 3 best-selling books.
An entrepreneur is somebody who thinks outside the box, and when everybody else says no, they say yes. Came from the hood. I can't design. I'm dyslexic. Got left back in 7th grade. All that didn't stop me.
America's not about what can be done for us. It's about what can be done by us.
When you start hearing the president talk about FUBU, Mom, I made it.
Every week, over 6 million people tune in to see Daymond John and his fellow sharks fight it out on Shark Tank.
I'll go 42 if you do it right now.
Say yes,
right
don't
now.
hesitate.
I'll do 42.
The biggest investment is to invest in people.
We have an idea. We know you are the man to come to.
For me, I've always dreamed big. And so I called up my business partner, Daymond John from Shark Tank.
I love him so much.
He's so encouraging, and he sees that I could do this.
It's all about bringing other people up the ladder the same way that I was brought up the ladder.
I will guarantee to mentor you, but I will not give you the money at this time.
John from Shark Tank out with a new book called Rise and Grind: Outperform, Outwork, and Out-Hustle Your Way to a more successful and rewarding life.
You have to start today and do what you love. You're going to fail, but you're going to learn from that, and you're going to grow.
We've got a shark here named Daymond John.
A presidential ambassador for global entrepreneurship.
Thanks for what you're doing. My quest right now is to change people's lives, have fun at the same time, and challenge people.
You've just given back to the community in so many great ways. You're real visionary.
Daymond John!
The king of branding. He is the leader, the pioneer. I love it.
think the American dream stole up. That's what it's about.
It's about leaving with a legacy.
Thank you.
Tonight, Damon shares what he's learned on his journey as a successful entrepreneur with us.
All right, everyone. Now we're ready for our main event. I am here with the one and only Damon John. Thank you so much for being with me here today and all of our IBOs across North America. How are you doing?
I am great. It is an honor. One of my favorite brands. It is a true pleasure to see you and speak to you.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I know our IBOs are so excited to learn from some of your wisdom and your experience as an entrepreneur, a founder, a brand builder, an investor, a public speaker. I mean, so much more. I'm sure I'm missing many things, but this is truly an exciting opportunity for us to tap into your wisdom and your experience, and let's get going. Good for you?
Yeah, hit me.
All right. So, I know there's this amazing story of, early in your life when you were just, starting kind of your entrepreneurial journey, that you took some really meaningful life lessons from your mother. And I think that our IBOs are going to really enjoy this story. Can you share a little bit about that, please?
Oh, well, there's so many stories that I took from my mother. But my mother always told me that my day job would never make me rich. It would be my homework. And that, that means even homework, even if you're working in a big and large organization, how can you do your homework and move up the ladder? But and the purpose of what we're here for today is it was always going to be her homework. She would go to work and then she would come home and she would, try to find ways to educate herself as well as, grow and start new businesses. And my mother loved Amway. She sold Amway for so many years. I remember coming home and seeing all those boxes stacked up, and she was, would throw events or, gatherings at her home. And then she would say, okay, well, how much should I move there? Then she'd go to the office and sell some. And then she'd find other ways. Hey, a girlfriend of hers or somebody was at a flea market and doing something else. She would try to get a little piece of their booth on the side because she knew if they were selling this product, like maybe they were selling hair or various other things. Well, she's going to sell conditioner over here, right? Or something else. So because she knew that that person was buying something of beauty, then she was going to sell something of beauty that wasn't competing. So, my mother always was teaching me on how to constantly keep educating myself. And Amway was honestly one of the first businesses that I ever saw in our home that we could buy in or invest in. But end of the day, Amway would give you the products and the information, but it was up to you at the end of the day to sell. Always up to you to build a community, to sell, to be able to find where you add value to a customer and how can you then upsell a customer or make a customer buy more frequently.
Oh, that's just such an awesome story. And I'm sure if anyone wasn't quite paying attention yet, now they're like really, excited to hear more. You touched on so many things there that are great. What I am going to follow up on is that kind of that business that led to continuous learning and continuous growth. And you have made that a part of your career, but you've also, if I understand, made that a part of how you mentor and coach others, now as you've progressed in your career. So, when you are coaching people or mentoring people and helping them grow as a business, business person, as an entrepreneur, what are some of the key lessons or key areas that you focus on?
Well, first of all, there's only two things you can ever control in life. And I'm a very simple person. You can only control the lens that you look at something through and then the actions that you take. Now, a lot of times when I first talk to people, I'm asking them where they are in their life and what do they want to accomplish and what is holding them back. Then we talk about taking inventory. What do you have at hand? I may not be somebody who has a lot of money. I may not be somebody who is the best at this or that, but what do I have? Do I have a community? Because I'm in a church or I'm a veteran? Do I have something keeping me up at night because I'm a first-time mother? Or do I have something keeping up me at night because I'm a family trying to make extra money to send a child to school? So what is the inventory? Do I have time on hand? Do I have a Rolodex? And take only, first of all, what you have in control. Then what are you going to invest? And I'm not talking about capital. When I first started FUBU, what did I have? I had zero money. But you know what? I had a phone at home, and I was able to make sure that I made 50 calls a day. I promised myself that I would make 50 calls a day for 6 months. And if I got wherever I just felt I was getting traction, I would turn up to 60 calls a day. So what happened? The first 1 or 2 months, and by the way, I was calling manufacturers, I was calling record labels to hopefully have somebody to wear my clothes. I was calling stores, hopefully somebody to, buy my clothes or whatever the case is. The first month, nobody really even answered me or they didn't get back to me. The second month, they were like, the third month, they were like, you're not going anywhere. Nope, and I'm going to call you tomorrow, right? And by the fourth month, you know what's happening? Hey, you know what? I don't think I have something for you, but I was at dinner with somebody the other night. And by the way, they know how to manufacture. And that was my investment. I was able to make 50 calls a day. So again, it's all about taking affordable steps. And that's what entrepreneurs do. They don't try to, create Rome in one day. And that's what I share with people about being an entrepreneur, right? First of all, how do you look at something? Through what lenses and what inventory do you have at hand that you can take action on today? Or whether it's just reading an hour a day for a month to find out more about the products and or the people that need these products and how you can uniquely position yourself to sell them.
Wow, love it. In the Amway world, setting goals is such a key part of a successful IBO. I know every IBO watching today, they've got goals, right? And some small, some big. You mentioned some of the goals you set early, in your journey as an entrepreneur. I feel like I've heard you talk about this on a different scale as well, though. So any lessons you've learned about goal setting that would be useful for our IBOs?
Andrew, this is like the perfect setup. Goal setting is by far the most important thing you can ever do in life. But the biggest challenge, I think, a lot of people don't realize is that if you aren't in charge of the goals you're setting for yourself, we're going to allow other people to set goals for us. Because you see, when you become what you think about the most, says Oprah. I believe her. She's doing okay these days. If you aren't in charge of goals you set for yourself, then you allow other people to say you can't grow that business to be $1 million business. You can't be a leader who has 1,000 people under you. You can't move that amount of product, but at the same time keep your day job. You're going to embarrass yourself. People are going to laugh at you. People don't do that. You know what? You're going to embarrass us. I've never heard of that before. And what we allow people to do are alter us from our goals. When we were all kids, and you'll see the beauty in your children. When you start to see that personality come out of the child, that child is not altered. That child keeps going. The world has not pushed that child down. But as we get older, we stop these goals. However, if you are filling your mind full of those goals every night, every morning, then what you do is you push away the other goals. So I read 10 goals every night before I go to bed, the same exact 10 goals. 6 of them expire in 6 months. The other 4 expire in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, and 20 years. And I read the same thing in the morning when I get up. The reason I read them before I go to bed is because I will dream and think about those goals if it's the last thing I thought about before I go to bed. And the reason I read them in the morning, it's the first action I take when I read those goals. And by the way, I never hit my 6-month goals because I set them so big. So if I say I'm going to make this amount of money in 6 months, if I only made this amount, when I reset it, it's like this. So, and I'm going to close that statement out with one of those goals of weight loss. I've lost 35 pounds naturally in the last 6 months. However, I was reading that weight loss goal for the last 5 years, and I've had approximately 15 false starts. Now, this time it worked. It's not easy. Everything I'm saying up here sounds easy. It's not. And I'm a person who fails every single day. However, now I've gotten to that point with that goal. And what will I move on to next as the next goal? Will I always succeed? Not necessarily, but those goals kind of keep me on track. They're my, navigation. They're my automatic pilot, and it gets away all the distractions.
Well, we're kicking off our new year for our IBOs here in September, so it's goal setting time. You also talked earlier, I want to go back to it, about kind of lessons learned or the experience you had and knowing how to, meet a customer's needs, upsell a customer, attract a new customer, retain a customer that you've attracted. obviously that's just fundamental to any business, and so, as you've matured as an entrepreneur and as a business leader, how has your, perspective of what it takes to satisfy the customer, grown, and what lessons have you taken that you can share with our audience?
Always put yourself in the customer's seat and be absolutely obsessed with them and listen twice as much as you speak. And that's critical because the customer needs will change. And when a customer has a negative feedback, I've always learned that's still an investment in your company. Your IBOs are more like family. They're going to come in and they're going to say, here, if you can do this, or here's where I'm finding resistance. And I'm sure that's how you've been able to be a 60-year-old company privately held over all this time, starting from where the founder built it, because you kept doubling down on when you heard customer complaints and then giving this information out of the new improved way to deliver a product or what a product needs or a service. It really is listening to that customer, because a customer loves to feel like they're part of something. And if they're complaining and you are finding better ways to service them, you know what they're doing? They're going back to other people. And now you have an ambassador. It is always being obsessed with the customer. The way we communicate in sales is that we have one mouth and two ears. So listen twice as much as you speak. And remember, a no is only a request for more information. That's all it is.
I love it. I love it. I can guarantee you that there's a lot of IBOs that are, looking forward to using those lines very soon here. But
well, I stole the last one from a large soda, manufacturer's a CMO. I don't want to give him credit or the company's credit, because we don't give other people credit right here. We only talk about Amway today.
Damon, thank you so much. Oh, that's awesome. Next question for you. You've seen entrepreneurship, I'm sure, evolve a lot in your career. You started your career as an entrepreneur. You've lived as an entrepreneur. You've given back to entrepreneurs. You've helped create entrepreneurs. What do you see that has not changed about entrepreneurship? And what do you see that's different today than it was, say, 10, 15, 20 years ago?
What has not changed about entrepreneurship is the fundamentals. True entrepreneurs, they act, they learn, and then they repeat, and they do it and they take affordable steps always. True entrepreneurs are a little vulnerable. Most people won't think that about entrepreneurs. They'll think that, oh, you need to be tough and stuff. No, you walk in a room, and if you are a true entrepreneur, you know what you are? You're vulnerable. You say, hey, I know about this. I'm really good at knowing about this, but I don't know how to market. I don't know how to do this and that. And the people who don't understand entrepreneurship, like, oh, people are going to laugh at me. Well, the 2 out of 10 people in that room who laugh at you and take advantage of your vulnerability, you didn't need them in your life anyway. But as everybody watching now, when you are a little vulnerable, you know what people say? I help you. You know what? I know stuff. And that creates community. Right. That's critical, right? Because, the idea of an entrepreneur, they always want to, they want to help others. Right. And that's what you have when you're vulnerable. Another aspect of, entrepreneurs are they absolutely love what they do. They are obsessed. I would have sold clothes for the rest of my life for free if I could have given away clothes for the rest of my life, because I got a high off of seeing somebody wear something that I made. They may not have worn it the exact way I thought about it, but guess what? They wore it on a date because it made them feel special. The end of the week when they had some money, they wore it. They made it. They felt like they were part of a community. Oh, they put it together with sneakers. It made me feel great. And I look at entrepreneurs. I'm gonna tell you something that's 10 times harder being an entrepreneur. Being a parent. You figure things out, and that's what being an entrepreneur is, and that's what I see as the true thing that is tried and true. Now, today, in regards to what's the difference and that has happened, is that we're just communicating faster around the world, and it's making it much easier for you to communicate. However, it's making it much easier for everybody else as well. So you got to figure it out. Just like I said, you got to figure it out. Every time that there's a plus, there's a minus to it as well.
I actually hear that a lot from our IBOs, particularly some of our leaders in our IBO population, about how that's what IBOs do. They figure it out. They solve the problem, they figure it out. They lend their entrepreneurial talents and they figure it out. And so I
grew up in New York City. I mean, it is a very, they say you make it here, you make it anywhere. And there's the African community sells a lot of product on the streets. And I remember one time I was really young. My mother was taking me someplace. I was like, 12 years old. And I was like, wow, man, this guy is selling, I talked to this guy and he was like selling, I don't know, handbags or something like that. I said, well, what do you do when it's raining? He says, I sell umbrellas. Put away the handbags and I sell umbrellas. And then when it's snowing, I sell gloves and mittens. Figure it out.
Figure it out. I love it. I want to come back to your comment even on like the narrow and focused, but connect it now to kind of the entrepreneur to entrepreneur, mentoring that's so important in our business. And maybe kind of go back to that topic of mentoring. I know we talked about it earlier, but I'm going to go back there now. So, when you're mentoring an entrepreneur, maybe who's become decently successful, not stage, not ground floor, but they're kind of along the way a little bit. They've had some success, and now they're looking to scale. Anything that becomes more important at that phase, where you've seen the potential, they've seized on some success, but now it's about continuing to grow one's business.
Well, when I get to that level, it's really about finding purpose and what do they really want to do and why do they want to do it? Because a lot of times people want to scale and that's not really what they want. They believe it's going to bring them more wealth or more freedom when it's actually going to suck up more money and more time, right? So it's really personal decisions of why do you want to scale, and then it's the route about going to scale, so whether we're talking personally about the business or about a person, the three pillars to success are really, number one, and this is the most critical one, because if the foundation is not strong, none of the other ones really matter. It's really setting up what is your why? Why are you doing it? Right? And it goes back to all the stuff we were saying. Do you have a passion for it? Do you feel like you are going to really make other people very excited? Is in this community you build going to bring you more revenue to get the things you want in life? Is it going to feel more purposeful, right? Then next thing is, as we already talked about, setting goals, right? And then because now you're going to set the goals on how you're going to execute all this. And then the third is going to be getting an education and information to get the goals done. But if the core of this is wrong, if this why is for somebody else, is for perception of what society looks like, is out of fear, these are wrong, right? And those are the paths that entrepreneurs and anybody takes who are successful. And those are the critical things that I think are needed when you're reflecting on how to be an entrepreneur. So when I guide entrepreneurs, now a lot of entrepreneurs I talk to, they have dreams of having very big businesses. And generally, the concept is, don't take in a massive amount of money too soon, don't scale too quick, and don't spread yourself too thin. Because those generally are going to be the ones that are going to get hurt. Because if they take in money too soon and they go, Andrew, somebody says, hey, I want half your company and I'm going to give you $1 million and give you half your company. But if your company just doubles and you're still netting the same that you have, but now you have somebody you got to answer to all the time. Well, what did you do? You just brought in a boss or a partner for no reason. You have to understand your why. Why do you want to do this? And we keep going back to that. But these are the things that entrepreneurs need to know how to do, and how to do it with OPM.
OPM. All right, enlighten us.
So OPM, other people think is other people's money. But if I'm part of Amway, you know what I'm using? I'm using other people's manufacturing and other people's mind power. And I'm going to use other people's marketing with my marketing. Right? I'm going to talk to other people who are in this company who've been doing it for 10 years or 20 years. So now I'm going to use other people's mind power and mentors. And I'm going to find other people out there who are doing it wrong and have not serviced this customer. And this customer now is open to my opinion. So that's other people's mistakes. That's what OPM is. Before I start laying on $1, we're going back to take an inventory on what's around. And where can I take the advantage? You know, I learned the most out of sales. I learned the most out of Red Lobster. I was a waiter at Red Lobster. We got these quarterly reports that no other waiter looked at, but they had as a corporation to give out these quarterly reports. I noticed how much money is being made here and there. And then even as a waiter personally, I realized sales. I realized that, you know, they made most of the money off of the appetizers, the drinks, and the desserts, not the steaks. But if I get an average of 10%, a blended margin of 10% off of everything I sell, well, then if I can increase my sales by, you know, a certain amount, well, then I'm going to make more money as a tip, right? Well, then you know what I did when I went to the table? Before I took any, I took the order, I took the appetizer order, then I took the dinner order, the drink order. But then I said to them in the beginning, before I got into that, hey, desserts sometimes take a while. Don't want to tell you I'm out of them at all. Why don't you do me a favor? If you like any of these desserts right now, because you all got to sell somebody something when they're hungry, right? Why don't you look at those desserts? I'll make sure I set it aside for you. And guess what? If you don't want it, I'll take it off the check. Nobody took it off the check, man. They all were like, yeah, no, I'll give it to my sister. And they ate that out in the car.
That is a fantastic lesson. I love that one. I love the reference you made going back to your early sales days and what you learned from Red Lobster. That was a great example. This is kind of an opinion question for you, but I want to ask it. You know, we think that today in the United States, openness to entrepreneurship is greater than it's ever been in our lifetimes. But I'm wondering if you see it similarly or different.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you know, we went through a time now where people realized they were working on somebody else's dream, and that person just wasn't able to do what, you know, or pivot at the same time. And now they're risking being unemployed. We are looking at some of the greatest numbers of entrepreneurs coming out now are seniors and are, you know, women, because seniors who may have said, listen, I've worked other places, I got a great network, but, you know, I don't have a passion for this, and now it's time for me to invest in my own self. Also, you know, today's kid, they say, that is graduating high school today, 50% of the children that are graduating high school today will retire with a job title that does not even exist today. That's like telling a kid 20 years ago that you were going to be a drone operator, a pay-per-click manager, or a social media expert. They would say, what is that? So yes, entrepreneurship is at an all-time high, and it's no longer just individuals, it's families. Whole families are working as family units right now and becoming corporations within the family. And I know plenty of the IBOs right here now are family units.
Absolutely. You know, we have multi-generational families, you know, as IBOs. And, you know, what you say resonates with me. I'm sure it resonates with our IBOs. Now, I was going to go back to how do we get you back took up on those Amway products that your mom was selling, you know, a few years ago.
You know what I loved? I gotta continue the conversation because I want to give a testimony of how amazing the people at Amway are, because they're entrepreneurial thinking people. When Shark Tank was not a big show, it was just coming out. We were about to be canceled by ABC, and I think I had a product. I think it was I'm not sure what it was, but the woman that was over there, and I know I've had great conversation with Jim and Kelly. She was so much like, how can I put this in our system and help you and help entrepreneurs? So I would love, please send me over something. Get your number. I'll call Kelly. I would love to be somebody who uses your product, because I have a very, very special place in my heart for Amway as a child and as a shark. So thank you, and thank you to all the people out there that work so hard with such an amazing, amazing brand.
Oh, Damon, thank you. We're going to get you reintroduced to our great products. I assure you they're just as good as they were when you were a kid or a young man. And, you know, I want to say thank you for all that you do to advance the cause of entrepreneurship. We use that phrase a lot at Amway. You know, we believe that entrepreneurship is a cause. You know, helping people, you know, be in business for themselves is a cause. And, you know, you are living in this world every day, you know, and you've done so much for so many entrepreneurs, you know, those that you've met, those that you haven't met, who have, you know, learned from you or benefited from you, you know, and today our IBOs get to benefit from your wisdom and insight as well. So we're you know, there's a big network here that we're all passionate about entrepreneurship, and just appreciate so much your willingness to spend the time and share your wisdom with all of us.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and I appreciate everybody, and it's been a blast, man.
Thank you, Damon.
Thank you.
Well, I hope you found that as enjoyable as I did. I certainly took away a lot. We have one final speaker here tonight, the one and only co-chairman of Amway, Mr. Doug DeVos.
Hi, everyone. I'm Doug DeVos, and I'm honored to have this opportunity to share a few thoughts with you as we continue to look forward in the Amway business throughout all of North America. You know, every time we have a chance to come together, to me, is an exciting time. It's a time of opportunity. It's a time of looking forward. And it's a time of taking stock of where we've been, because we've been through a lot. And for many of you, you have a long history with the Amway business like I do. We've been at this for decades and decades, and some of you, it's a little bit more recent. But all of us have learned so many things during those times. And the main thing we've learned, in my opinion, is that we keep moving forward. In the past couple of years, I want to call that out especially because we've been on a transformational journey that has had a lot of challenge to it. Not only our own journey inside Amway, but the environment and the marketplace around us that we've been dealing with has brought very unique and different challenges, and we've been responding. The Amway team has been responding. You have been responding. We've been adapting. We've been adjusting, and that brings out the best of Amway because we continue to be entrepreneurial. You are entrepreneurial. And so as we navigate our way through here, and we have spent so much time dealing with some of those challenges, it's easy to kind of feel stuck in them. And I think it's important for us to take a time to just declare to ourselves that we're moving forward. We have made a tremendous amount of change, and I would suggest as well improvements to the business, even though every improvement means we're changing, means that we have to do something different, means that we're kind of disrupting the things we've done to be successful in the past, to be successful in the future. But I believe we have created an even stronger foundation for the business going forward. And when I say we, I'm talking about all of us, because you have been a huge part of it. And I want to call out the IBOAI especially, because the leaders there have worked with us and worked every step of the way. Because on this transformation journey, there's been so many decisions that had to be made that impacted the business in a dramatic way. And so we had to be incredibly thoughtful, and the spirit of partnership has been alive and well. And that too strengthens the ability that we have to look to the future. So I want to encourage us today. I want to encourage us to be thinking about that future and to think about it with the full measure of confidence and energy that you can bring to it. And that we take this time and we understand the foundation we have as a business as our strength, and the changes we have made along the way as adding to that strength so we can be stronger in the future. And I want to encourage you to do the things that have been part of the Amway business from the beginning. I want to encourage you to dream. I want to encourage you to set goals. I want to encourage you to challenge yourselves and make commitments. That's how the Amway business has always been. That's how leaders in Amway have always taken themselves forward. Now, there's a lot of things happening in the business today. We have products and programs and platforms and activities and actions and communications and things that are happening on a regular basis. And we're always trying to make sure that those are improved, that they're useful, that they're impactful, and that they are the great tools that you can use to build your business to a better future. But it will never overcome the entrepreneurial spirit upon which Amway is based. And that's you. We are as committed to the cause of free enterprise and entrepreneurship and business ownership, we are as committed to those ideas as we have ever been, especially in a world where we think that it's needed more than it's ever been. This is the time to dream big and to make those commitments. I was reminded recently of stories that my dad and Jay used to talk about, of how many times during the course of the Amway business, when they were making a decision and they were going to invest and going to move forward, that people would say, well, we don't know if it's the right time. We don't know if it's, the conditions are right at this point. And Dad and Jay would always come back and say, hey, that's true, I accept that, I understand that. But this is the only time we have. So we're going to take action. And we're going to move forward. And I would suggest to you, in your life and in my life, now is the time that we have. And we've put a lot of work over the legacy and the history of the business, and especially in these recent years, to make the opportunity better, to make it stronger, so that we can adapt and adjust to the marketplace conditions around us. So now is the time to dream big and to move forward. In Amway, we never move forward completely alone. We're always surrounded by an upline, a downline, friends at the company, people who are working in that spirit of partnership together, which is an incredible strength of this business. But it always takes an individual to make a decision. It always takes an individual to set a goal. And it takes that individual to do the work necessary in that spirit of partnership with and connected to all the support that surrounds you. But none of us can do it for you. You have to make that decision for yourself. So I want to encourage you, as you look forward, I want to encourage you to be as confident as ever in this business and to be as focused as ever on what your goals, your aspirations, your dreams are. And I can assure you that every leader in Amway, all in the field as well as at the company, are working in a spirit of partnership to make sure the Amway opportunity is as strong as it can be, that we will weather every storm or every challenge that comes at us from the outside, and that we will adapt to every market opportunity that's presented to us, presented to you, so that you can be successful. It's an amazing journey, and I'm thrilled and honored to be on it with you. Take care, everyone, and we look forward to seeing you very soon.
Wow, we have been here all day filming, and we have talked about a lot of great stuff. From products, to bronze, to entrepreneurship lessons, to the one and only Doug DeVos. You know what Doug said? It's going to stick with me, and I'm sure it's going to stick with you. He talked about some of the things that make this business so special. He challenged us all to dream big, and he challenged all of you to not just set your goal for this year, but to go and get it. I want all of you to know that every single person at Amway, every single one of us, we stand behind you. You've got this. We've got this together. This performance year is going to be special. Let's go do it. Let's grow for more.